23 years old. I'm living in a little apartment in Lake Charles, Louisiana, little tiny duplex. I lived on one half of this thing, and me and my dog, Capo. I don't know what I was doing trying to take care of a dog. I couldn't even take care of myself. One rainy night, this dude, Danny, comes in with drugs. Another day where I said, I'm gonna quit today. Now it's 11 o'clock at night. I didn't quit. 10 times I failed again. Danny leaves the house, and when Danny leaves the house, I didn't know, but he set it up to rob me and beat me up. And this other big dude in the rain, a rainy Louisiana night, puts a .45 caliber pistol in my face, right here, hovered over me with a gun in my face. And when he did, my reaction was to hit him with the plate in the face. You know, I broke this plate. It was an unbreakable plate, one of those plates you can't break. He becomes like a monster. This scar right here in my head is he took that .45 caliber and jammed it in my face. He hits me here. He cracks me over both my eyes here, underneath these two eyes. They ransacked the house, robbed me of a little bit of money. This is what happens when you hang around bad people. Sooner or later, the day's going to come where you're going to pay the price. I get rushed to the hospital. My girlfriend's there. She's in the back. She comes out. They put in 70 stitches in my head and face. Like my whole face is just carved up. I'm like, I'm fine, I can go home. I go home to my mother. I walk into my mother's house in the back door. I knock on the back door. I'm beat up now. My mom comes to the door and she's like, what? Where's my son at? I'm like, Mom, I am your son. Where is my son? Nobody could recognize who I was. That's how beat up I was. The hospital doesn't want me to go to sleep because I could literally die. So they bring me back to spend 3 days in the hospital. And I'm like, no more drugs. I'm done using drugs, okay? Guess what happens? I'm using drugs 15 minutes later. 10 times a day in the hospital. Couldn't get out, couldn't quit. Look, nobody starts using drugs and thinks they're going to be a drug addict. I didn't. I started using drugs, and for some reason, something happened where those drugs just took over. My mom says to me, you're no longer welcome in my home. You're no longer welcome in my business. I don't want to see you anymore. That was the day my life turned around. Really, everybody was pretty much done with me at this point. My older brother died when I was 20. He was worried about me. All I know at this point, I lost my dad when I was 10. I lost my brother when I was 20. I gave up my career and maybe I'm going to be a baseball player to drugs. I've lost 5 or 6